Brendan, you back? You remembered us. What happened last week?
I told you I was away.
I can't hear you, my darling boy. Your microphone.
Yeah, I said I would be away. Send you a message and you replied to it.
I didn't know it was for both. I thought you just meant.
Sorry, that
We missed you. The
Sorry.
testosterone balance was off.
Sorry.
I mean, I don't see beach holidays or family illness as a reason. I mean, really, people, you know, anybody going into a funeral can be in can be in the group, or lying on the beach. It's perfect. I'll accept medical letters in future, or notes from doctors, or the occasional, or if you're on a promise with one of the Hemsworths. Well, I say one. I wouldn't really care apart from. There's three of them, aren't there? One of them's acceptable. One of them's like boring, and one of them we don't even talk about, the little one. Good. So we have lots of things to do today. I've got some laundry and things to do while I'm in a tidying mood. I'm in a tidying mood. Sarah, who does lessons with me, who sometimes comes on here early, she went, "You're always washing clothes." I was like, "Pardon me, you mucky cow." Pardon me if I'm clean. I was like, "Sarah, I do 9 classes a week of dancey stuff. Easy, let's be frank, because of the Cipro, but 9. So that's a lot of laundry." I was like, and I wear fresh clothes for all of that. And I go to the gym in the morning and I do all of this kind of stuff. And she was just like, "Oh, you're always doing laundry." I was just like, "Oh, judge me by your own standards, why don't you, you dirty bitch?" So, but we like Sarah. We saw her on the weekend. We did. I don't know if any of you did. You see the photograph in the group? Yeah. Yeah. I buy the drinks. It always shocks people when they come to the French pub when I buy the drinks. They always think it's going to be like a business expense that they have to pay for. And I'm like, no, I'll buy you the drink. Good. Lovely. So let's start. Denise, I'm going to finish the soup I've got left. Coconut, turmeric, broccoli, salmon, if anyone's interested. So for me, I'm going to finish the soup I've got left before attacking the drawers.
Je vais finir la soupe qui reste avant de faire les
before
tiroirs.
attacking the drawers. That was lovely, but before attacking the drawers.
Avant d'attaquer les tiroirs.
Good. Instinctively, when there's a de and a que and a je and a le, wait until we know the next word, because we might miss a join. Oui, alors je vais finir la soupe qu'il me reste avant d'attaquer les tiroirs. Good. Brendan, I hope it's coffee. Denise, do me another one. I ate a lot of junk food yesterday because I was drinking with Al, who's also part of the group. So I ate a lot of junk food yesterday. By junk food, I don't normally drink alcohol because of my inflammation. We literally, when somebody gets a bag of like truffles, chocolate truffles out and just sticks them on the table, or like a big wedge of dark chocolate. And then we'd had a barbecue as it was. And I was just like, this is just nosediving in nutrition. This is just, but it was amazing. So for me, I ate a lot of junk food yesterday because I saw Al, who is part of the group. Off you go.
J'ai mangé beaucoup de nourriture hier qui n'est pas bon pour la santé.
That was a delicious go-round. We'll talk about junk food in a moment, but that, as go-rounds go, you couldn't have gone round any better. Carry on.
Parce que je suis allée avec Alain hier et j'ai oublié le reste de la phrase.
Right, you've got to get pictures when people talk.
Right.
Yeah, you've got to get pictures. All of you get scared of more than 3 clauses. You've got to picture something because it's not the same words anyway, is it? So who cares? Brendan, will you just do me a favor for a second? Would you just stand up for a second? Just stand up for a second. Stand up. Yeah, now turn around. Turn around. That, Denise, is a beau cul. That is a beau cul. That is what you said. Could you now say, you can sit down, Brendan. It's lovely. That's fine. Could you, any more I'll be pulled off YouTube. So that is a beaucoup. Would you now say for me the word a lot with the proper vowel in place?
Beaucoup.
Don't hide the beaucoup.
Beaucoup.
Don't hide it on aspiration. Beaucoup.
Beaucoup.
Good. All right. Lovely. Malbouffe. A malbouffe, junk food.
Okay. Okay.
Or we tend to say j'ai mangé j'ai mangé de la merde, j'ai mangé des saloperies, j'ai mangé, you know, n'importe quoi. You know, there's ways of doing it. Good. What was our verb to be part of again?
Faire partie de.
Good. So faire partie du groupe. Lovely. All right. Good. Let's go anti-clockwise. Brendan. Luke made me show my bottom to the community. Luke made me show my bottom to the community.
Luc me fait.
Past tense.
Luc m'a fait montrer ma fesse aux communautés.
Lovely. So Luke m'a fait montrer. Now you have two fesses, yeah, because fess is ass cheek. Yeah, okay, so it's mes fesses. So it's fine to have it in your vocabulary, but it would need to be, alors Luc m'a fait montrer mes fesses, or Luc m'a fait montrer mon cul, you know, whatever, okay? So Luc m'a fait montrer mon cul à la communauté. À la communauté. Right? Why do you think it's feminine, Brendan, if the word is communauté? What little hints are there, what clues are that it's going to be feminine?
The E on the end.
The E on the end. Words with an E acute on the end tend to be, particularly if in English they're a TY. So let's start with a winner. L'homosexualité féminine, la capacité, la minorité, you know, they tend to be feminine. All right, good, lovely. What was I going to say? Yeah, Luke, talk about what happened. Whenever I can't think of grammar to come up with, I just talk about life. So say for me, I went to the post office earlier to buy a stamp for my Auntie Gwen's 70th birthday card. I went to the post office earlier to buy a stamp for my Auntie Gwen's birthday card. Can we just all say happy birthday, Auntie Gwen? And can we acknowledge that today is her birthday, but my mum is not particularly quick at responding to messages like, can I please have Auntie Gwen's address and postcode, please? That somehow didn't feel urgent. So, but she gets my mum. So off you go. Tell me the story.
Je suis allé au poste.
À la poste.
Je suis allé à la poste.
Le poste would be like the position in a company. Son poste. Yeah, okay. So je suis allé à la poste. Yeah.
Je suis allé à la poste pour acheter une carte d'anniversaire pour ma tante.
Oh, sorry, to buy a stamp for the birthday card for my Auntie Gwen. So, yeah.
Pour acheter un timbre pour...
timbre. Lovely vowel slides, but timbre, yeah.
Pour acheter un timbre.
No. Yeah. So give me more slide again. So I don't want any one syllable to be less twangy than the rest. Yeah, okay, so pour acheter un timbre, c'est even un, pour acheter un timbre, okay.
Pour acheter un timbre pour la carte d'anniversaire.
La carte. La carte.
Pour la carte.
Link.
Pour la carte.
No. The birthday card. Link. La carte.
Oh, oui, la carte d'anniversaire.
La carte d'anniversaire. Not d'année. You're going d'année. La carte d'anniversaire, yeah?
La carte d'anniversaire.
No. La carte d'un. La carte d'anniversaire.
La carte d'anniversaire de ma tante.
Good. Now let's be nice. Say my Auntie Gwen. And if I'm calling her Auntie Gwen, what am I going to call her? To her face, I would not call her Auntie Gwen. What would I call her?
Gwen?
Tata.
Yeah.
Now you think when I say tata, You you think I mean get your tata out? No, tata is the feminine form of what's uncle in friendly French?
Tonton.
Good, give me the twang.
Tonton.
Nice, Brendan. Twang is always in place. Twang reaches us. Otherwise, we don't get it. Okay, ma tata Gwen. All right, lovely. Earlier, Sarah went, oh, so she's your dad's sister. And I was like, no, my dad's sister, because my mum hasn't got any brothers and sisters. And Sarah went, is that your dad's sister? I went, no, that's my Auntie Liz. And she went, oh, why do you call her? And I went, because Sarah, who lives near Philly, I was like, because Sarah, we're not a heathen country and we have manners and we call our elders aunts and uncles, even if, and she's married to a South African lovely guy. And she went, oh, I think Eugene does something like that. I was like, yes, it's called being well brought up. If I called anybody over 30 anything with that aunt or auntie in it, uncle in it when I was younger, the disrespect. Auntie so-and-so too, yes. Good. And I think it's quite cute that a lot of Asian communities go into shops. So I've been in like an Indian shop where another Asian has entered who doesn't know them, and they'll call them auntie or uncle. They go, right, auntie or uncle. I think that's so sweet. I think that's really, really lovely. Good. So one more for me, Brendan. I was devastated because this week they are going to launch a collection of Shirley Bassey stamps and it's not available until Thursday. That's completely true. That's completely true. So this week they are going, so I was devastated because they're going to launch a collection of Shirley Bassey stamps and it's not available until Thursday, I think.
J'étais.
You and your wasn't is. Careful, I've warned you. Yeah, yeah.
J'étais dévasté parce que.
Navré, dégoûté is more common. J'étais navré, j'étais dégoûté. Yeah, carry on, keep telling me the story.
J'étais navré parce que la poste a sorti de.
Calm yourself down, get your grammar order. Are going to launch a collection of stamps with Shirley Bassey.
La poste va sortir.
Lancer, yeah, lancer is nice. Launch, yeah.
Va lancer une collection de timbres.
What was the word before collection?
Une collection.
Because it's iOS. So what did you think you said? That was in English. What do you think you said? Une collection, lovely, of Shirley Bassey stamps.
Une collection de timbres.
Is it collection? Is it collection or?
That's
it, collection. Every vowel's a winner. Every vowel's a winner. There's not a duff vowel. Une collection. I'm not saying it's the same speed on all of it. I'm not saying that you put the same interest or stress on every syllable. Every vowel is a twangy winner. There's not a duff vowel in French. Yeah, remember that. So une collection. So if you feel as you're speaking that your wah suddenly goes, there's a reason that's wrong. So une collection de timbres Shirley Bassey, that's fine, but say for me, but they're only available as from Thursday.
Mais ils sont que disponibles de jeudi.
Good. I would go with Solomon for that occasion. Where ils sont disponibles, ils ne sont disponibles qu'à partir de jeudi or whatever, yeah? Or ils sont disponibles seulement à partir de jeudi. Or ils sont seulement disponibles à partir de jeudi. It's just a bit more commonly said for that. Cut is commonly done with nouns and other little verbs, but like that, Solomon just came out more naturally. Good. Tia. Luke, I love this singer because when I'm not doing your lessons, I work as a spy. And so I am familiar with the James Bond films.
Sorry, what was the English word? I like the what?
The singer.
Singer.
Luke, I am familiar. Let's say Luke, I like this singer, or I'm familiar with this singer, whatever, I don't mind. Because when I'm not doing your lessons, I work as a spy, and I am familiar with, again, or I like, or whatever, I don't mind, the James Bond films.
Vu que je connais cet chanteur,
J'ai connais. J'ai. Are we going to j'ai connais?
Vu que je connais cet chanteur parce que quand je n'ai pas de cours avec toi,
Quand je ne what de cours avec toi, quand je fais pas de cours avec toi, yeah.
quand je n'ai pas de cours avec
Oh, I see. C'est quand je n'ai pas. You do when I haven't got class with you. Quand je n'ai pas de cours avec toi, yeah.
Quand je n'ai pas de cours avec toi, je travaille comme
Espionne.
espionne.
Therefore, I'm familiar with the James Bond films.
Donc, je suis très familier avec des films de James Bond.
Avec les films, because on this occasion, as much as you guys have been trained, it is the James Bond film. So whenever you're sort of going these films in particular, you can use the arrow of the definite article. Bien, moi, je suis très familier, me man, you lady, je suis très familière avec les films James Bond. That's fine. Good. Tia, of all the actors who have had the role, I would have difficulty choosing my favourite. And then we'll talk about why. So of all the actors, no, we'll get used to doing multiple clauses. Just remember the story. Don't remember the words, remember the story. Of all the actors who've had the role, I'd have difficulty choosing my favourite. Timothy Dalton was beautiful. Roger Moore was sarcastic. Sean Connery is classic. We won't talk about Lazenby. I'm not a massive fan of oh, what's his name? The Irish guy that did it. What's the other one?
Pierce Brosnan.
I'm not a Brosnan fan, really. I like, but I like the reality that Daniel Craig contributed to the role. Yeah, so tell me that story. Don't remember the words, don't remember exactly, just what has Luke just been talking about? If there's a blank sheet, talk about something, talk about, whatever. Quick reminder, Sean Connery, classic. George Lazenby, we won't talk about. Roger Moore, sarcastic. Timothy Dalton, beautiful. Yeah, and Daniel Craig, the reality that he brought to the role. Just tell me that story in any which way you want. Tell me that story, Tia.
De tous les acteurs qui ont fait le rôle, j'ai du mal à choisir.
J'ai du mal à what? Sorry, j'ai du mal à choisir. Choisir. Let me hear the. Yeah.
J'ai du mal à choisir celui que je préfère.
Nice. Préfère. Nice. So well done, yeah.
Préfère. Parce préfère.
Don't confuse. Now the brain gets in a mess with this. Don't confuse the speed with the height of the vowel. So they're both high, but one is quick, one is slow. Préfère. But they're both up. Yeah. Préfère. I hope. Is that appearing on your left-hand side of your screen? Yeah, so acute grave, préfère. Because then also we've got mon acteur préféré is king. Yeah, so it's préfère. Yeah? Okay, so de tous les acteurs qui ont eu le rôle de James Bond, alors j'aurais du mal à choisir celui que je préfère. Oh, yeah, lovely. Carry on.
Timothy Dalton était beau, Roger Moore était sarcastique.
Sean Connery was classic.
Sean Connery était classique et Daniel Craig a pris quelque chose de réalité.
Il a apporté
réalité.
Now, what's going to go before reality because it's a noun?
A pris quelque chose de...
No. I know you're trying to do this quelque chose thing, which is completely lovely. And that would have to be quelque chose de réel, wouldn't it? Because it would have to then be like the adjective. But if I'm saying he's bringing reality to the role, which is noun.
Article.
De la réalité, because he's not bringing your reality, yeah? Okay, il apporte de la réalité, you know, yeah, okay, good, okay. Good, lovely, good choice, good choice. Denise, Auntie Gwen didn't want to take the train to come to London. So her son came to pick her up. Auntie Gwen, because she came to London for her 70th, Auntie Gwen didn't want to take the train to come to London, so her son came to pick her up.
Tata Gwen ne voulait pas prendre le train à Londres, donc son fils a...
It's absolutely gorgeous, but don't bodyboard. It's gorgeous, but don't two-word bodyboard. Hold on the previous word rather than Yeah, it's gorgeous, you haven't gone wrong yet, but don't hang on the previous word. Right? So son fils, keep going.
Donc, son fils l'a récupéré.
Or came to pick her up. Est venu la chercher. Il est venu la chercher. Close your palate down, say il est venu la chercher.
Il est venu le chercher.
Il est venu la chercher.
Il est venu le chercher.
She's a lady. Il est venu la chercher.
Il est venu la chercher.
Good. And that la has got to be la. Good. Okay.
La. Oui.
Al managed to kill half of the plants I had put in his garden, but I still love him. Al managed to kill half of the plants I had put in his garden, but I still love him.
Al a pu tuer une moitié des plantes que je...
Stop erring. Go back. I don't want any Or I shall call you Ernie. Okay, back you go. Or Ernestine. Back you go.
My mind just went blank.
What story are we talking about?
Your friend killed half the plants that you get. So, l'ami de Luc.
No. First person, Al managed to kill half the plants I put in his garden.
Elle a pu tuer la moitié de plantes que lui a...
Stand still. Half of the plants. So even though we're using a quantity, I've always said if you have a quantity of a...
Oui, des.
Yeah, then you bring in the... Yeah, okay. La moitié des plantes.
Les moitiés des plantes que
la
lui...
moitié des plantes. La moitié des plantes.
C'est des plantes que Luc lui a donné.
No, that I put in his garden. Detail that I put in his garden. Because he's an ami Al, all right? Que j'ai, what's I put in his garden? Que j'ai...
Que Luc a
No. Come on, I've just told you. I put in his garden. Come on.
J'ai mis dans son jardin.
No, dance is feminine. Que j'ai...
J'ai mis dans son jardin.
Say it again smoothly.
Que j'ai mis dans son
All
jardin.
Of it from the beginning. Mon ami Al a réussi à tuer la moitié des plantes que j'ai mises dans son jardin.
Mon ami Al a réussi à tuer la moitié des plantes que j'ai mises dans son jardin.
Lovely. Keep the train going, that was nice. Mon ami Al a réussi à tuer la moitié des plantes que j'ai mises dans son jardin. Nice. Good. Keep the going. Just keep snakes and laddering it like this. I get on exceptionally well with his girlfriend, Charmaine. He should marry her. My God, they've got a house together, got kids together. He just doesn't like people. He loves her to death. He just doesn't like big crowds and people. She's from a West Indian family in London. So basically, she comes with people, a lot of people. Yeah, so for me, I get on exceptionally well. I get on exceptionally well with his girlfriend, Charmaine. He should marry her, but he doesn't like people.
Je m'entends très bien avec
Don't be basic, exceptionally well.
exceptionnellement. Je m'entends exceptionnellement avec sa copine charmante.
When they get a little bit older, you can say compagnon and compagne. You can say that, like partner. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a bit iffy about the word partner because for a long time we weren't allowed to say husband when you wanted a husband. So, but it's obviously fine if you've got somebody in your life. I mean, it would sound a little bit odd, wouldn't it, for like an 18-year-old to say my partner, but I'd respect it if they did. But yeah, but in French, the social equivalent would be like compagnon, compagne, male, female. Just so you know, rather than copain, copine. I don't know who the hell taught everybody that learns French to say petit ami or a petit ami, like a petit ami. I just don't know where that. It's just not as common as people sort of go with. You know, copain, copine is like the main one. Yeah. So moi je m'entends exceptionnellement bien avec la compagne de Al. You can say de Al or Dal, because when a name begins with a vowel, you can choose to go D apostrophe or not. Yeah, you can say. I had a student who sent me a picture and it was called Les Chapeaux d'Henri. And she said, why don't you say Les Chapeaux d'Henri? I was like, you can say both. Yeah. So because Al is such a short word, Dal. Yeah, okay. I would say, tu es la compagne de Al. Yeah, okay. Lovely. Good. He should marry her, but he doesn't like people.
Il devrait se
I heard the voice crack. I did not hear a twang. If the voice cracks, there's no twang going on. Rescue the voice, sound young and gorgeous and vibrant, and say il devrait.
Il devrait se marier.
No. That's not from, but just use épouser. Because if you then you don't have to do like all compound stuff with it. Do you know what I mean? Il devrait l'épouser, yeah.
Il devrait l'épouser, mais il n'aime pas beaucoup de gens.
It's a bit grammar odd. He doesn't like people. Generally, he doesn't like people.
Il n'aime pas
Numb. Are we going to numb them? Are we going to get the lidocaine?
No. Il n'aime pas les gens.
Good. Twang the word M. Twang it.
Il n'aime pas les gens.
Twang it.
Il n'aime pas.
Twang it. Nem. Twang.
Il n'aime pas les gens.
Good. No, twang the whole sentence. Don't move on until you can feel where the twang is. You're far too advanced to be like, oh, I know the next word. Wait until you can feel where the twang is going to go direction-wise. Il n'aime pas les gens. The twang is not going to go.
Il n'aime pas les gens.
Good. No, we lost it on the lay, but everything else is twang-worthy. Il n'aime pas les gens. Oui, il n'aime pas les gens. The whole thing is twanged. Go on, twang.
Il n'aime pas les gens.
Borderline. Don't lose twang, because you have a lovely twang when you do it as well. Okay. Lovely. Brendan. The tube was, so I took an Uber, but I had a lovely conversation with the African gentleman who was driving. And for once he wasn't from Somalia, because they're normally from Somalia. Like the last 18 out of 19 I've had have been from Somalia. I was like, you people are nomadic in your own country. You come here, you drive Ubers because you just naturally like to drive around the place. He's like, yeah, that's pretty much it. So said to me, the tubes were fucked. So but I got an Uber, which is a brand. But I didn't mind because I had a lovely conversation with the African guy driving.
Okay. Les métros étaient...
Look at me, stay socially appropriate and look at me. You're in a cafe in France, tell me what happened.
Le métro...
No, don't triple le, there's one le, sit on it, move. Don't triple, don't repeat.
Le métro ne marche pas, donc...
Pause, look at Lucky. Get your tenses in order, slow down, the accent's sounding great, but just don't move on until you are ready with the next idea. Don't need it to be quick, I just don't need you to jump until you're up you go. So,
le métro ne marchait pas, donc J'ai pris un Uber.
Be socially appropriate, Bren. Bren, don't sound clean, don't sound schooly, sound French still. Yeah. Oui, alors le métro ne marchait pas, or le métro était foutu. We have done the vocab with me. I'm fairly confident with me that we've covered the words fucked. Était foutu. Lovely. So off you go, carry on. Be socially French, don't be schooly.
Donc, je m'en...
Pause, not being rude. Nothing in French is as hard as what? What's the little adage that you are taught to say?
Dick.
Luke's cock. Why are we saying that? A, because swearing is fun, and B, because I'm really serious. We don't go, Luke. Oui, alors Luke. Qui va venir? Ouais, Luke va venir. Just say to me, Luke va venir, and don't go, Luke va venir. Just say, Luke va venir.
Yeah.
In French, say, Luke va venir.
Luc va venir.
Lovely. That's lovely. So, same with donc. Don't go donc. Yeah, donc. Yeah, a softer bang. Yeah, yeah. Don't go donc. Yeah. All right, carry on. Donc.
Donc.
That's nice. That was nice. That was nice. That was nice. That's nice.
Donc,
I took an Uber. You've got to remember stories. You've got to remember the pictures. I can't keep spoon feeding you all the time.
No, I thought I said that. I was on to the bit where I didn't mind. I didn't mind anyway.
Okay, do that then.
Donc, je m'en...
No,
that's
no.
on.
You've done it loads with me. Do the present tense. Whenever you have a panic, do the present tense. Ça me... Say I don't mind. Ça me...
Donc, ça me...
No. Do what I'm telling you. Do the present tense first. I know I don't need the present tense. Just do the present tense for me. Say I don't mind. Ça me...
Ça m'est égal.
Good man, good man, good man. What have we just gotten involved? Our muscle memory. Now transform ça m'est égal into a description in the past.
Mais ça m'est... Ça m'était égal.
Thank you. Now get used to saying it. Say it a couple of times.
Ça m'était égal.
Good. Some people would say ça m'était égal if you wanted the liaison in there. Yeah. Oui, alors, mais ça m'était égal. Yeah. Peu importe. Je m'en foutais. Je m'en fichais. You know, whatever if you wanted that. Okay. Because I had a lovely conversation with the African driver.
Parce que j'ai eu une bonne conversation.
What is the gender of an ION word for the umpteenth time, ladies?
Une conversation.
Good. Lovely. Now slide, because you're all about the sliding, aren't you? Now none of us are basic bitches in this group. J'ai une, same vowel. J'ai une, but we still hear the slide. J'ai eu une bonne conversation avec un mec africain. You can say an Africain. It's not. I've made this point before. It is not socially reductive the way it is in English to reduce somebody as an adjective to a noun. So never should somebody, you know, I mean, maybe culturally, if somebody were talking historically, they felt from their country, it's not for me to criticize, you know, if they felt it's appropriate to say the whites, the blacks in South Africa were divided. To me, it's not nice. I just think it's just reducing people to that. Gay people will often say, oh, the gays are coming, but it's not nice to say he's a gay, is it? But in French, it's completely fine to turn any adjective into a noun quality. It's not like reductive. It's not. I've got Jewish friends, please, I live in Northwest London, who have got no problem saying, oh, is he a Jew? You know, and other people, that sort of sounds a bit odd. They sort of like, is he Jewish? French has no problem with that. C'est un juif. Yeah. C'est un, you know, chrétien. Like it's fine to, you know, to do that. Yeah. So in other words, avec un Africain is fine. It's not remotely offensive. Yeah. I mean, you don't even need avec un mec d'origine africaine or avec un mec de l'Afrique. You know, it's fine to do that. Okay. Good. There's a good-looking black guy, you know, standing whatever, you know, outside the club, whatever. Well, yeah. You can also say black in French. Let's make this very clear. You can say ouais, un beau black. Yeah, which is obviously a little bit Americanized, but it's completely fine. Yeah, there's nothing but visual appreciation in that in French. So, but be careful, because obviously if you then get translating, you know, yeah. So, oui, alors j'ai eu une bonne conversation avec. So just keep your palate down, Brendan, and say for me, j'ai eu une bonne conversation.
Oui, j'ai eu une bonne conversation.
Lovely. No. We've spoken about ER. What does ER go to?
Et avec
No,
une bonne...
ER goes where? What do we do with ER in French?
Hi, et...
Good, so conversation, yeah?
Oui, j'ai eu une bonne conversation avec
Always listen to
une...
Lukey. As I said earlier, the height of a vowel, so we're not going into the throat, we're going above it or below it. Check. The speed of the word, the rhythm, the bit you put the interest on, doesn't dictate where the twang goes. So you're quite correct that conversation, there's no interest on the there's no conversation, is there? Okay. Notice your tendency, all of you, that if you've got the part of the word that all of you do this, if you've got the part of the word that's not got the stress on it, you're more likely to drop twang, and you're more likely to go into the throat, aren't you? Yeah. If it's air, it's air. At high speed or not, acknowledge, as first language English speakers, I'm including you in that tier because your English is phenomenal. The man, the postman, you know, that, you know, at speed, we diminish the quality of the vowel, don't we? Not in French. Doesn't matter how quickly we go. Yeah, keep the clarity there. So say for me, do slowly for me, Brent. Just say conversation.
Conversation.
Now play with your rhythm as much as you want, my love, but just go conversation and still go conversation. So in other words, you've got to slide up and slide down quickly. Conversation.
Conversation. Conversation.
Yeah, did you see how it nipped off your a? Conversation.
Conversation.
So this, but is that a false bit on a? So again, so to achieve the a, you then went action. Yeah, conversation. You know, don't. What I'm saying is the clarity on a vowel doesn't mean that the spotlight is on the vowel. Does that make sense? Yeah. How do you say the word church?
Église.
Good, we don't get église just because we're going high, do we? That's why it's an acute, because it's faster. All right, yeah, so good. Lovely. So j'ai eu une bonne conversation avec un Africain qui était, what's the word for driver?
Chauffeur.
Good. Lovely. I'm just going to go and pop some washing in the dryer. I shall be right back. You lot last week beat the shit out of group 2 because you spoke in French when I was absent and they didn't. So I was just like, I'll have you know, group 1. I was like, Denise and Tia have raised the bar to a level you cannot imagine. I really was. Sadly, I don't think I recorded that bit because annoyingly, same as last time with you lot, when I came back and rejoined a conversation, I thought it was still recording. But yeah, so I was like, they freaking, and you know, you're all welcome to come to the second group, but I was like, they spoke in French. So I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Oh, my legs.
Bonjour à toutes. Ça va?
Oui, oui. Et toi? Brendan, tu es chez toi maintenant?
Oui, je suis chez toi maintenant, comme d'habitude. Oui, la raison pour laquelle le classe me manque la semaine dernière, c'est parce que mon père, il m'a rendu visite et je dois je dois lui apporter de l'aéroport.
Ah, wow. Et ton père, il est venu d'où?
Mon père m'a rendu visite la semaine dernière, samedi à samedi.
Oui. Et il habite où? Où est-ce qu'il habite, ton père?
Il habite le nord d'Angleterre, au Yorkshire, mais il vient de Irlande. Il est en origine irlandaise. Mais aussi, il y a mon frère, il était ici aussi à le même temps. Mon frère, il en Irlande.
Good, sorry, the bitch is back. So, Tia, was there anything, by the way, that when you were talking amongst yourselves that came up as a problem that you didn't know how to say? Particularly? Or did you just go around it as Mama Lukey's taught you? We good? Lovely. So, Tia, I decided to not dry my clothes, my jeans, because I gained a bit of weight last week because I had this thing done, so I wasn't really moving for a week. So yeah, so the jeans are a bit tight. So I decided to not dry my jeans because I gained a bit of weight last week.
J'ai décidé de ne pas sécher mes jeans parce que la semaine dernière, j'ai pris du poids.
Good. So I think I gained a bit of weight.
J'ai pris un peu de poids.
Good. Okay. My neighbour, shout out to lovely Debbie. We love Debbie. My neighbour Debbie is calling me, and I'd like you to use the word feel in there somewhere. My neighbour Debbie is calling me.
Ma voisine Debbie me fait un coup de fil.
Yeah. Good. I know what she wants to talk to me about.
Je sais ce dont il... Non. Je sais ce qu'il me vaut...
Debbie's a girl's name.
Oh, sorry. Je sais ce qu'elle m'avait voudra dire.
Well, that was a shitstorm. What colour verb is talk about?
Parler d'eux, donc c'est red.
I didn't have the moral fortitude to deal with it if you didn't know what colour that was, Tia, my darling girl. I didn't. I'll tell you the truth. Well done. So what is the what word when we're dealing with a red?
Dont.
Lovely. Why did you go to en? Because correctly, the pronoun of a red is en. And your mouth likes sort of those things. Donc je sais qu'elle veut m'en parler. So je sais très bien ce dont elle veut me parler. So what you don't like is the fact that you're used to going ce dont elle parle, or ce dont Denise a besoin, or ce dont, not that we're trying to use besoin, I'm trying to get you to use faut more, aren't I? So what I'm saying is, this is actually a very serious point. I seem to feel, I've mentioned this to Denise before, in a class, if the word that you're doing, that you're handling is red, blue or green, but it's the second verb or even third or fourth verb, it's still the verb that's handling the object. So in other words, if you say, I know what he needs, let's use besoin. Je sais ce dont il a besoin. I know what he's going to need. Je sais ce dont il va avoir besoin. I know what he's going to get. I know what he's getting rid of. Well, do it for me, Tia. You so said to me, I know what he's getting rid of. So I know what he's getting rid of.
Je sais ce dont il va se débarrasser.
You're one step ahead of me, but I say I know what he is getting rid of. So we're not there yet. But yes, lovely.
Je sais dont il...
Ce dont. Yeah.
Je sais ce dont il se débarrasse.
Good, now that was nice vowels. Why am I obsessed with you not coupleting? Because dont il se débarrasse is correct French elsewhere. Why is it not correct here? What will always come before a dont? Not the ce dont word, but dont on its own. What will always come before it here? The object, the thing. Yeah. So it's always going to be the thing dont tu parles. La chose dont il se débarrasse. Yeah, it's going to be the thing, isn't it? Yeah. So musically, this is why I know you think I'm a boring old fart, but this is why musically you have to do what I'm telling you, because otherwise To Brendan's mouth, dont il se débarrasse sounds beautiful. To Tia's mouth, dont il se débarrasse sounds beautiful. To Denise's mouth, dont il se débarrasse sounds beautiful. But in the whole sentence, yeah, it doesn't work because we haven't got that to the left, all right? So it's an advanced problem to have, well done, but it's still one we want to sort out. So yeah, so Denise, can you now do the clothes he should get rid of? That reminds me, I need to be doing my folding. The clothes, oh wow, what a difference. And Luke said, let there be light, and there was light. So for me, the clothes he should get rid of.
Les vêtements dont
I know in a previous incarnation we were playing with Sedan, but have I just given you a noun when I said the clothes?
oui. Les vêtements dont il devrait se débarrasser.
Correct. Yeah, Brendan, I know what he should have tried to get rid of. I know what he should have tried. I mean, I'm joking because that's absolutely completely fine and normal French. I know what he should have tried to get rid of.
Je sais ce dont il devrait essayer.
He should have.
Je sais ce dont il aurait dû essayer de se débarrasser.
Violence is wrong, and if anybody's hitting you, you get help. But a kick at the arse in a French class works wonders. Je sais ce dont il aurait dû essayer de se débarrasser. Good. Can you bring your palette down? You're all going to have a go at that one, just so you know. See how kind I am that I'm warning you. Real, moi, je sais très bien ce dont il aurait dû essayer de se débarrasser. I know what he should try to get rid of. Je sais très bien ce qu'il aurait dû essayer de se débarrasser. Je sais très bien ce qu'il aurait dû essayer de se débarrasser. Je sais très bien. Je sais très bien. Luke, je sais très bien ce dont il aurait dû essayer de se débarrasser.
Je sais très bien ce dû
essayer de se débarrasser.
Ce dont il aurait. Was to change it. Ce dont il aurait dû
essayer de se débarrasser.
Essayer de se débarrasser.
Good.
Je sais. Oui.
Have a go. Je sais ce dont il aurait dû essayer de se débarrasser. Je sais ce dont il aurait dû essayer de se débarrasser.
Je sais ce dont il aurait dû.
You can do ce dont il. So say to me, he should have. Il aurait dû.
Il aurait dû.
He should have tried. Il aurait dû essayer.
Il aurait dû essayer.
He should have tried to get rid of. Il aurait dû essayer de se débarrasser.
Il aurait dû essayer de se débarrasser.
Do me the pushy slide. Il aurait dû essayer de se débarrasser.
Il aurait dû essayer de se débarrasser.
Il aurait dû essayer de se débarrasser. You can say my version if you want. Il aurait dû essayer de se débarrasser.
Il aurait dû essayer de se débarrasser.
Good. Je sais ce dont il aurait dû essayer de se débarrasser.
Je sais ce dont il aurait dû essayer de se débarrasser.
I've got a Welsh housemate, Steve, who's ace. And when I first moved in, I could hear the accent. Well, I could actually hear the Star Trek theme music. I was like, dun, 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 dun. He's like, oh, do you want a glass of wine? Do you want to come? You know, like whatever. So he's about 65. And yeah. And I said, I said, you sound Welsh. Where are you from? And all my family's connection is the north and the west, and his is the south. Barry, as in Barry Island, as in Gavin and Stacey, Brendan, yeah. And I said, ti'n siarad Cymraeg, do you speak any Welsh? And he was just like, dwi ddim yn siarad Cymraeg, in this perfectly like rehearsed mouth sentence, just went, I don't speak Welsh, like that. And I thought, as well as you've learned this, you could have actually learnt some stuff. Do you know what I mean? And stuff. It was just like the mouth is just so used to saying it. It's the best argument for muscle memory ever. Lovely. Yeah, so we did it. We just went all the way around. So let's start the top again. So Tia, Luke, if I'm not mistaken, you were going to tidy the drawers. Luke, if I'm not mistaken, you were going to tidy the drawers.
Luc, si je ne me trompe pas, tu allais ranger les tiroirs.
Good. Good. Say it in human speed. Luc, si je me trompe pas, tu allais ranger les tiroirs, non?
Luc, si je ne me trompe
Don't do
pas.
us. I'm not saying nobody does them, but you lot don't do them. Don't do them till we're out the other side of the fluent tunnel. Don't do them till we are out the other side of the fluent tunnel. Off you go.
Luc, si je ne me trompe pas, tu allais...
Je ne me trompe pas. So let's do a little bit like what you were all doing earlier and like Brendan was trying to do, which is good. Think about which words are going to get stressed in the sentence. Je ne me trompe pas is a bit academically equal, isn't it? We're not going to put the stress on, you know. There's some good videos actually. If you go to Logic Language Learning space stress, then the video comes up about which words you stress in sentences. That's quite good. Now, when people first learn that, they go, crikey, that's quite highbrow. That's quite high end rather. That's, you know, to be like, ooh, which word do we stress in a sentence? We're just trying to get the sentence out. It's actually quite useful to give you something to aim for in a sentence. And it gives you a weird sort of way of listening, and it actually helps you a little bit, sort of pulls you forward. So, yeah, they're good videos to watch. So, yeah, so oui, alors, go.
Si je ne me trompe pas, tu allais
si je me trompe pas. So, to give you a little pointer towards those videos that I've just mentioned, what I've just told you about, ce dont je viens de vous parler, tout le monde. One technique is to think about what you're heading to, what you're stressing, as opposed to obsessing academically about what you're not going to stress. So adverbs are quite useful. Oui, alors ce dont, oui, alors je me suis pas trompé. Si je me suis pas trompé, you know, it's like the stress will be on. Si je me suis pas trompé, the stress will be on the pas. Yeah. Good. So si je me suis pas trompé, I was going to tidy the drawers. J'allais ranger les tiroirs. Denise, in 5 minutes, I'm starting working with a new student. She's the sister of a former student.
Dans 5 minutes, je
you're on the snakes and ladders path, and any vowel is a place to sit and rest. Dans, yeah, all of it's fine. Show off the vowels.
Dans 5 minutes, je commencerai avec une nouvelle élève.
You give me. I'm going to start working with. No, I'm going to start working with the sister of. Yeah, okay.
Je vais commencer à travailler
this is what gets me muscle memory. And what comes after commencer that you've not got the muscle memory of?
Commencer à.
Good. Now, can I hear a? Can I hear the join? Commencer à, and that's what will get it in the muscle memory rather than I need a after commencer and the, you know, after you.
Dans 5 minutes, je vais commencer à travailler avec la sœur d'un de mes élèves.
Good. Dans 5 minutes, je vais commencer à travailler avec la sœur d'un de mes élèves. Good. Bren. You look bored, Brendan. Are we boring you?
No.
To quote Yaz and the plastic population, the only way is up. Do you know what I mean? We can get a lot harder. I really shouldn't have eaten the chocolate yesterday, but I'm always making an effort to be anti-inflammatory, and occasionally you fall off the wagon. So so for me, I shouldn't have eaten the chocolate yesterday. I'm always making an effort to be anti-inflammatory.
J'aurais pas dû.
Good. So think about now, because you're better. Think about which words get better. Apologize. Better. Think about which words you're going to stress.
Okay.
So what did I say earlier about devoir? What did I tell you earlier about devoir? It is a it's still a modal, isn't it? Yeah, you don't stress. Yeah, you don't stress modals. Yeah.
Okay.
You see what I mean? You don't stress vouloir, you don't stress pouvoir, you don't stress devoir, unless it's ending there.
Yeah.
Oh, you could have come with me, Denise. Oui, j'aurais pu. Oh, Denise, you should have done that. Oui, j'aurais dû. Yeah, but if it's like, oh, you should have tried it. Oui, alors j'aurais dû essayer. You know, you don't stress modals in any of their verb conjugation, Bren.
Ok. J'aurais dû manger du chocolat hier.
J'aurais pas dû.
Oh, j'aurais pas dû manger le chocolat hier.
Good. So when you have a modal and a verb, the verb becomes the star. Oh, j'aurais pas dû partir. When you have a modal and a verb has an object, the object becomes the star. Yeah. J'aurais pas dû prendre mon petit-déj. Petit-déj. When you have a modal and a verb and an object and, you know, a person, and it's not always that the last part of the sentence is the stress. Can I make that very clear? It's not as simple as that. It's not. Oh, mais j'aurais dû prendre mon petit-déj avec Brendan. You know, so what is the interesting part of the sentence? I shouldn't have eaten the chocolate yesterday. What's the buzzword there?
Pas.
So yes, this is the divide. Oh, j'aurais pas dû manger le chocolat hier. Yeah, j'aurais pas dû manger. So this is what I call in the world of stress. It's quite a high. I'll try and find these videos, but it's what I call king and queen. I could just as well have called it king and king or queen and queen, or the queen could be a chap. Let me be very clear about that. Yeah, but I just have two people. So often you can have two in a sentence. More than two, it sounds a bit odd. Yeah. More than two, you're getting into your bodyboarding. I want to come with you to the mall to buy, you know, oh, I want to come with you to the mall. I want to buy, you know, a jacket. Yeah. I want to buy a jacket. Yeah. Rather than I want to buy a jacket, rather than I want to steal one, you know. So it's good. It's a nice thing. It's just a nice thing to get your ear into. Let me very quickly just, if I do a logic language learning search. No, you're capable. You're all big boys and girls. Have a little look, see, just type logic language learning stress and it should come up. Yes. Good. Those of you that are joining me later are more than welcome. If not, if you've enjoyed this video, then remember that there will be a Kofi link underneath. And I run on coffee. Decaf at the moment, but it's the social ritual. Yeah, there's a link underneath. The podcasts are available, which give you the grammar that this lot have done. The 5 podcasts, the listening, the written grammar, the one-to-one, the vocabulary, etc., etc., etc. Good. All right, loads of love. Those of you that are joining me later, if you don't get the call at 8:30, just give me a little tinkle. All right. Love to all of you. Well done. Good job.